Hey there, it's Dr. Scott. I put together this tutorial to help you guys figure out how to set up APA formatting, at least when it comes to like how the page should look. So the title page, that second page that is a little different in a funky way from the title page. I want to show you how to set that up in Word because it's a little technical and it can sometimes be kind of difficult to do it like from a list that I just give you. So maybe you can pause this video and then kind of do what I'm asking, follow the instructions on a document that you have open. There's other issues with APA format, in-text citations, your reference list. This tutorial does not cover how to do that. You want to take a look at the little Shawnee guide for more information about APA format when it comes to citing sources and including things in a reference list. Okay, so let's get to the tutorial. So you'll start with because you need to start with two different pages because we need to tell Microsoft Word that your first page in the header is going to look a little different than the second page in the header. Just as a reminder, this is the header up here. This is the body of your document. And then down here, this is the footer. If you double click at the header or the footer, you'll be able to open it up. And you get a different set of options. You notice that the taskbar changes a bit when I double click down here or up here. So we have this design tab right here. Alright, so you need two pages. So I do Control and Enter, which creates a new page. So I have two pages now. So I go back to the title page and you need to include your title information or include information about who wrote the document. I think there's institutional information as well. If you look at page 204 on the little Shawnee guide, it provides you an example of exactly what a cover page needs to have. So I'll just kind of use the example that they have there. So everything is center aligned in the middle of the page. So what they have here is early Word production, and then there's a title below that, a study, one child's Word production, Catherine Shepard, Portland State University. It's the name of the institution. All this should be double spaced. So double click it, highlight it, double space it, and there it is. That's what it should be in about the middle of the first page. Next we go to up to the top here. I'm going to click on the header, and now that we have this design tab set up, once we double click in the header, we want to tell Microsoft Word that our first page is going to be a little different than our second page. So different first page. Click that. So now we have that clicked. We want to enter in our page numbers. So let's do that on the first page, and then we'll go to the second page. To do insert a page number, you go to Insert, Page Number, top of page, and it's going to be top right, so this plain number 3. So there it is. So I have it there. We should have our second page. So we have a second page. And you'll notice that it didn't insert a page number here, and it didn't do that because we told Word we want a different first page. So insert page number, top page, top right. So now it's got page number 1 or page 2 here. We should have page 1 here, and we do. Okay. So then we go to the first page, and in APA format, on the first page, you need to have this here before your title, before your shortened title. So running head, colon, and then the short version of your title. So here they have early Word production, a study of one's child Word production. You're not going to have both of this. You'll just have the early Word production. So a shortened title for your document. Early Word production. Okay. Now, if you take a look at the example on page 204, you need to get this all the way over here. What works best for me, and some of you that are more adept at Word, you probably have different recommendations. I just use the space bar until it's all the way over there. Now sometimes it overruns like that. You just hit the backspace. And there it is. Okay, so running head, early word production. And this should be all capitalized. I goofed that up. Early word production. And send it all the way over. Again, it goes too far. Backspace. There it is. This is the way it should look when you're all done for that first page, for that title page. And so what I do is I copy this early word production because you're going to need that on the second page. And I copy it, Control-C, and we're going to go down to the second page. If you look at page 205, it gives you an example of what that second page should look like. And what it is just in caps, in all caps, it has the short title. You do not have the running head here, so it'd be just like that. It needs to get spaced out a little bit more, so more space bar. Okay, so now the second page is generally the abstract. And if you look on page 205, and the abstract is a roughly 250 to 350 word summary of what your overall essay is about, what your project's about. So you do abstract, and then everything else is left aligned. We're still in double space, and then your summary here. Essay, roughly 250 words. Then it gets its own page. So we have the title page, the abstract. To actually start your essay, if you look on page 206, you have an example of this. You have early word production, that's exactly where it needs to be. Then the full title, early word production, a study of one child's word productions. That should be centered. And then if you have like a section heading, like introduction, you can center that as well and bold it. And then you're off to the races. You get your first paragraph, which should be left aligned, just like that. This tells Word if you want it left, centered, right. We want this left. Everything should be double spaced. And take it out of bold, and you're starting to write your essay. So that's APA formatting. That's setting up a document using APA formatting. And we got Microsoft Word. We tricked it into telling to having a different first page than the other pages. So we have this page here that looks different. It's got the running head like APA format wants, and then we're off. The rest of the document is just going to have the shortened title there. So that's APA formatting with respect to setting up a page. If you got questions, email me and let me know. If there's any corrections that people should know or anything that I goofed up, go ahead and leave it in the comments. And that's it for now. Thanks a bunch. Talk to y'all soon.